What's up, everybody? So I want to talk about what a video I just saw the other day. It was like on Fight Hype, one of these boxing sites. You can go there. I'm not using any clips. I'm not going to show it to you. I'm going to just tell you what Floyd basically said to Eddie Hearn. He walked into a gym. Bud Crawford was there. They were hanging out, chilling, doing their thing. And Floyd told Eddie Hearn, you know who he is, right? He's the boxing promoter from the UK. And he's like, yo, Eddie, did you see my buildings I own? He wants everybody to know about his buildings. You know, maybe it's an insecurity that he feels like as soon as he gets on camera to start bragging about money instead of being humble and keep it on a down low. But Floyd, that's the way he is. So he wants everyone that's watching to know he owns buildings. So, you know, he's probably doing stuff like that also because there's a lot of rumors out there that Floyd Mayweather is going broke or is broke, which I don't necessarily agree with. But anyway, because Floyd would like go on these gambling runs and he would film himself going into a casino and probably most likely, like with all gamblers, show his wins. Dude would go into a casino, which I'll never understand anyway. If I'm super rich like that and I'm going to drop 100 grand on a game or something like that, you're already rich. You could take that 100 grand and you could throw it elsewhere. You could put it into like mid-market cap stocks or, you know, ETFs and stuff like that and make money that's going to win regardless where he's gambling. Maybe he's having some fun and you know, it's 50-50. Most likely you're going to lose. So he only shows his wins. So do you think Floyd Mayweather is going broke, or is he broke, or does he have a gambling problem? Personally, I believe that Floyd Mayweather, I could be wrong. He's watched all these athletes over the years, and plus he has his manager. What's that guy's name? Leonard Ellerby? I forgot his name. But he's managing him. He's probably dealing with really smart people that really actually care about him as an athlete. And whereas he maybe, hopefully, is not in a situation where he's going broke. Now, when they say a professional athlete, somebody with millions and millions, let's say Floyd has like, let's just hypothetically say he's sitting on like 300 million in the bank or assets, you know, buildings or properties, whatever he has, jewelry, cars. Let's say he has that. Going broke to him would be like losing like 75% of that, where he would still have like 25 million in a bank and, oh, Floyd's broke, which is not the case. So anyway, I don't know. He also talks about in this video, you can look for it on YouTube. If I find the link, I'll put it in the comment section below. I'm in the video description. But anyway, you probably already heard about it. But anyway, he also goes on to say that he might have another exhibition fight. Now, one would ask, why is he having exhibition fights if he's so rich? Why would he do that? Well, because, you know, he loves to entertain. He loves the feeling of getting in there in the ring. I'm just saying, hypothetically, you know, I'm thinking what he might be doing. Hypothetically, I'm not going to get really that hurt. I'm going to fight Gotti, which is ridiculous. That grandson or somebody got. I don't even watch these things. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to just have an exhibition and I'm going to get paid millions and millions of dollars. So I'm going to set up generational wealth for my entire family, my kids, all my family for many, many generations, if they handle it right, if they don't blow it. But maybe he's thinking along those lines. Like, nobody really knows Floyd Mayweather's business. I mean, you could assume all this stuff, and a lot of people are angry, jealous. You know, money is emotional. It brings up a lot of emotions with people. Some people just don't like Floyd Mayweather, the way he carries himself outside of the ring. Or, you know, people just got issues with all that. But I'm just looking at what the situation is without really judging and making crazy assumptions about being broke. I don't think Floyd Mayweather is broke, and I don't think he's probably not going to go broke unless he's really got a major gambling problem where he's just walking into casinos and blowing millions. Because believe it or not, if you're a fan of GTA 5, you know you could blow a lot of money quickly. You could be an ultra billionaire and you could spend it all. So if not to make that silly comparison with a video game, but I think that I give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he's more smarter than this, and I think his people are hopefully not thieves. Like, you hear a lot of people that manage athletes' money, and a lot of athletes do go broke. It is a thing. It is a thing. So it's normal to assume, a lot of people would be assuming Floyd Mayweather gambling hundreds of thousands of dollars on video over the years, he's going broke and he's fighting still. So I get why people would come to that assumption or to that idea of what he's doing with himself. Sorry, I have no notes. I'm just going stream of consciousness video like I'm talking to a friend. But anyway, I also want to talk about Floyd Mayweather's greatness. Personally, I just want to go on record to say I don't think Floyd's going broke, and I hope he has these buildings, and I hope he's doing amazing, and I hope his family's doing amazing. Really, it's great to see. Who wants to see another athlete that you enjoyed fighting over the years, whether you love him or hate him, you enjoyed the fights, the action? Who wants to see them go broke? Why would you want to see this guy suffer like that? I don't want to see that. But anyway, I think Floyd Mayweather was once in a lifetime, rarefied air fighter. I mean, back in the day, I would always say, I would make predictions on him. Like, I was a huge Pacquiao fan. I still love Pac because he provided great fights. But I thought, when they finally fight, Floyd was going to beat him. Floyd's rise was just like, wow. This guy, people were sleeping on him. They were always thinking Floyd's going to get knocked out by this one. Floyd's going to get knocked out by that one. Then he fought Corrales, the late, great Diego Corrales. Remember him? That fight was an eye-opener for me. I said, wow, because Diego Corrales was nice, and he was knocking people out. He was like, he had superpower, and he had everything you wanted to see in a fighter. He was knocking people out. He was really good, and he had an awkward style, and he would get up if he got hurt, and Floyd just took him apart with pure skill. So that was an eye-opener. So when he went into the Gaddy fight, I forget, that was like 2005, I was like, well, there goes Gaddy. That's going to be the end. And he escalated. His career it just went higher and higher. When he had that Gaddy fight on pay-per-view, he became more mainstream. That was the fight. People actually thought Gaddy was going to win. I remember talking to someone. I was like, yeah, Gaddy's great. He's got a great power. Floyd Mayweather's going to destroy him, which he did. Another late, great Gaddy, big Gaddy fan, no disrespect. He was amazing. And anyway, a lot of great fights with Mickey Ward. But I just think Floyd Mayweather, like when you compare him, like and you start to size him up throughout the course of boxing history, like a lot of people, they could say all they want, but there's no doubt about it. Ring general, elite A+ fighter. Go back to the Canelo fight. Forget the Pacquiao. When they fought, Pacquiao was not the same Pacquiao, and Floyd was aging as well. But if you go back to an older Floyd Mayweather, where I forget how old he was, he might have been like 32, 33. I don't know. I don't know the stats, but he was in his 30s already. Fought a young, in his prime Canelo. And I said on his channel, the receipts are all there if you want to go back and look at them. I said Floyd Mayweather is going to look like a sparring session. He's going to take Canelo apart. He's on another level, which is true to this day. It holds up. Like if you look at Canelo, and he was in his early 20s. Look at De La Hoya in his early 20s or any other great fighter. De La Hoya wasn't losing in his 20s like that, early in his 20s. Floyd Mayweather dominated him, exposed him, and showed you how good Canelo is. He's a really, really good fighter, but he's not an elite A+ fighter. It's all marketing. It's how you match Canelo up, how you promote Canelo, who you put him in there with, and the first Triple G fight will show you how great Canelo was, because I thought he lost that fight. He was just a really good, really, really good fighter, and he still is a really, really good fighter. And I already predicted Bud Crawford, the Canelo-Bud Crawford potential fight. What I thought, because the weight and the age, if they were younger, I would honestly go for Bud Crawford, but it's just, he's too big. Canelo grew into his body, and he's just a bigger, physically bigger man, not necessarily taller, but physically bigger. And if they do fight, I just gotta favor Canelo in that fight. But I don't think it's going to be some knockout blowout. You're not going to go in there even at 38 and knock out Bud Crawford. Fast. This man got skills. You'd have to do an extraordinary. You would have to go through a lot. You'd have to really work. Canelo would have to really work to get Crawford out there, even though he's bigger. But it would have to be a lot of shellacking. It would, and round after round, wear him down type of thing. You're not going to just go in there and like a Kid Chocolate versus Daniel Jacobs. Remember that one? One blowout round. It's not even in the first 3 or 4. It's not gonna happen like that. Highly doubt it. If Crawford was 42 and Canelo was like 38, maybe. So anyway, so just wrapping this up, I think that Floyd Mayweather's doing fine. I think he's the best fighter of my generation, one of the best ever. Whether you hate him out of the ring or you don't, I'm just talking about skills. I'm looking at the skills. When you size him out throughout history, he's up there. Roy Jones stuck around too long. Roy Jones, Superman, he had a different style, and he did some things where he went up and waited for John Ruiz, and wear and tear got to him, and he stuck around too long. Floyd Mayweather, different story. Floyd Mayweather didn't take a beating. He took apart Maidana. He fought. I mean, sometimes it took too long for him to fight certain people we wanted him to fight, but he did his thing, and he's one of the best ever. Like, he's like on some Pernell Whitaker. Remember Sweet Pea Whitaker? He's on the next level, and he never lost. Floyd Mayweather never lost. Oh, there was that one fight. There was that one. Was it Castillo? Or I think his name was, I forget his name. Lopez? he was having, I thought it was one of them, I think maybe Castillo, the first fight, if he had 2 fights or one fight with this guy. There was a fight where he looked like he was struggling, had a bad night, but however, he did win the fight. So Floyd Mayweather, and he was wobbled by Shane Mosley, definitely, and that's going to happen. But for the most part, he didn't take a lot of damage in the ring, and he was able to go well into his 30s and be undefeated, and he is just, as far as the great champions throughout history goes, when we're all gone long from now, people will always go back and look at Sugar Ray Robinson, Floyd Mayweather, Roy Jones Jr., Julio Cesar Chavez, Tyson Fury. He's going to be in there. Usyk. Yeah, he's going to definitely be in there. Muhammad Ali, of course. But you're going to look at Floyd Mayweather as one of the best. And as far as pound for pound, one of the best ever that ever did it. Okay? So that's just my opinion. And I'll be back with another one.